Welcome back. In this tutorial we are going to cover entering commands into AutoCAD. There are two main ways to enter commands in AutoCAD. The first is through the buttons on the ribbon, and one neat thing about AutoCAD is if you hover a command and wait a couple seconds, it will give you a dialog box that pops up with a little more explanation about that command. So a line creates line segments. Polylines are two-dimensional objects that are joined together. You can have multiple segments, arcs, circles, etc., etc. There's different drop downs underneath each. So if you're looking to put in a specific type of circle, if you're given a diameter, you can just go ahead and click that, and that will direct AutoCAD to ask you for a diameter as opposed to the default, which is a radius. So that's all based off of what your project requires. The other way to enter commands is to type, and we have a command line down here that you do not need to go to. So if we want to draw a line and we type in L-I-N, it will start to autofill my commands, and then I can scroll through and look at all of those commands that have to do with the word line. If I hit enter or click line, now I'm in the line command and I can create that geometry. So those are two different ways that we have to enter commands, and as we stated earlier, if you want to save, you can click the save icon, the disk at the top, or with all Windows-based programs you can click Control S and that will save. I always say that there's one thing that CAD programs love to do, and that is to crash. And they never crash at a convenient time. They always crash after you have forgotten to save for quite a long period of time and gotten some quite complex work done. That's just Murphy's Law when it comes to CAD programs. So my recommendation is every time you have to stop to think what's the next thing that I'm going to do, or you finish a command or creating some piece of geometry or modifying something, just hit Control S. Control S, Control S, and just save often, and that should lessen the impact of a crash on your work. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.